Hi, my name is Cadie and I go to Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. My environmental ed teacher is Michael Bassani, and he's the one who introduced this idea to me of being a part of this leadership council, which I'm really humbled about, to be known as someone who stands up for these things. Why I really want to be a part of this is because I love the earth. I became so passionate about it at a young age. In elementary school, I started, once I found out about recycling and all the things that we could do, I started that for my parents and was like, we have to do this. It became very important to me that I think about my impact that I had on the earth. I was also a part of an international club that focused on an organization called Heifer, where we would raise money to give animals to a country in Africa or around the world, and that animal would be able to revitalize their community. And so I felt really passionate about that and spoke to my class about that. So those are a couple things that really sparked my interest for this, and it's continued throughout my life. I love being outside. I love going to Colorado and hiking and being outdoors and going kayaking and playing disc golf. I just really love being outside, and I love taking care of the earth. This is the greenhouse where I work with my environmental ed teacher to learn how to take care of plants and help them grow, and that's really become a passion of mine just really in this past year, is finding out that I love growing plants. I'm thinking about a degree in horticulture or botany. I love being outside and working with these things and seeing them grow from something really small to really huge. It's really crazy to be able to grow something. I'm excited to grab strawberries that I grew myself. It's just the idea of growing things and eating them, and something that you grew yourself. It really gives you that connection to the earth that you wouldn't get if you were going to a supermarket. And so that's really what I think that today's society is lacking. I think as a culture we are being more disconnected from the earth rather than being more connected to it, and I think that's really hurting us, especially children. A lot of them don't even know that farms where they get their food, the ground is where their food comes from, and I think that really talks about the greed that our society has. We're not worried about being connected to the earth or taking things in small quantities and giving to others. We're worried about getting as much as we can, and so I think that's a huge issue, and I love speaking out to those issues. Through an organization that I'm a part of called Rebel, I speak out about body positivity, and so body image and self-esteem are a couple things that we target, and today's society has a lot to do that negatively impacts the way that we look at our bodies. And so I'm used to speaking out and tackling these sort of really hard topics head on. I'm also the copy editor for my school newspaper, and there I write about things and learn how to cover controversial topics and not be biased about them. And covering those topics not only allows you to question them, but allows people around you to question what's going on in today's world and how can we change it and how can we impact it. And so those are a lot of the stories that I'm writing. Right now we're working on an Earth Day package where we're talking about just what we can do as people to stop our footprint that we're leaving on this earth, and also ways to help, and just things that we're doing here at school like composting. I recently attended it was called Epicenter 2017 at a local community college, and it focused all about water sustainability. And so there I spent a day looking at the water problems that Kansas is facing and how that we can tackle them head on. And one of the most interesting things that a guy there said that day was that, one of the biggest things that we could do to stop the amount of water that we're consuming is eating less beef. And so I recently, about a year ago, cut beef out of my diet altogether and started thinking about other meats that I could cut out as well, and found out it was really hard, but also, just looking at the agriculture industry and how much of a footprint that it leaves on the water that we use, and how much, how it has a lot to do with climate change, made me want to stop eating it. I'm all about effective, being proactive about my thoughts and turning them into actions and speaking out to them. I'm very vocal to people about how I feel. And I'm also going to be working at an urban farming Montessori preschool over the summer, where I'll be able to work with children and help them plant and pick crops. And also they work a lot with different chickens and goats. So they'll be picking their eggs for the day, and then they'll eat them for lunch, and then they'll compost them. So these children are learning head on what it feels like, or what it looks like, to be able to grow your own food and then also put it back to the earth and use it again. So that's a really cool thing. I love teaching and I love plants, and so that's really where I think my future lies, is in one of those fields. So yeah, thank you.